Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is A Square Maths Made Easy Academy. So today we are going to be considering a topic that is called integration. And this integration is called integration by substitution. Now we are going to consider three basic aspects under integration by substitution. The first one is linear function. Then the second one is product function. And the third one is quotient function. So we'll be looking at it one after the other. So let's just look at the first one, which is a linear function by substitution. Now, before we start, when we talk about integration by substitution, it is a combination of differentiation and integration. So I will advise you to move forward or go to my differentiation YouTube channel that I have taught in the previous video. So I want you to watch. Now this question is this, just watch this. Integration by substitution method. And the first thing we are going to talk about is the one that has to do with linear function. Now the question says that we should evaluate integral of square root of 4 plus 3x dx. I said integral of square root of 4 plus 3x dx. Now, these are the options. Now, what do we do? I want you to observe something here. What do you mean by a linear function? A linear function is that function where the base of the power is 1. So when the base of the power is 1, it is called a linear function. And in summary, when you differentiate it, the variable, which is x, will disappear. And once it disappears, it means that thing can go by substitution method. Now, I want to use the shortcut first to solve this particular problem. Then after that, I will now use the normal method, which is by substitution method. Watch. The question is integral of square root 4 plus 3 x under dx. So which is now equal to. Another way of writing this integration or this value is 4 plus 3x in bracket raised to power 1 over 2 dx. By indices, square root means power 1 over 2. Now, I want you to understand something here again, that this integration of a linear function by substitution method comprises what we call definite integration and also indefinite integration. Now, this one is indefinite because there is no upper limit value given. There is no lower limit value given. So any indefinite integration, after integrating it, must incur what we call an arbitrary constant plus c. But I want you to watch. We are actually using the shortcut method. What do you do? Listen. The first thing you are going to do is to repeat the question. Repeat the question. The question is 4 plus 3x. Close the bracket, then raise to the power of half, 1 over 2, then you add plus 1 to the power. Now, this is the general formula for integration. Always add plus 1 to the power. Then after introducing the question and add plus 1 to the power, the next thing is to introduce over. Introduce over. Then after introducing over, you now differentiate the base. I told you before, integration by substitution method is the combination of differentiation and integration. Now let's differentiate the base. That's the next thing. This is a constant. Under differentiation is always 0. Then the next thing we have to do is to differentiate 3x. It will give you 3. How is it 3? I want you to observe this. This is 3. This is 3 x. Invisible 1. By differentiation, consider the power. 1 times 3 will give you 3, right? Then x raised to power 1, then introduce minus 1 under differentiation. I will now go ahead to have 3x, then 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1, and 1 times 3 will give you 3. And that is why I said go ahead and watch my previous video on differentiation. So if you differentiate this now, you are getting 3. Now, the next thing is to repeat the power. Write down the power at the denominator. It is 1 over 2. then plus what? 1. Close the bracket. Can you see I've integrated it? Then you now put plus c, which is called arbitrary what? Constant. If I continue now, you observe that this thing will give us 4 plus what? 3x. Are you with me? Now, what happens to the power is you will take the LCM, but the best way of analyzing this is just use this to multiply the 1 over there. So we now say 2 times 1 will give us what? 2. Now, at the numerator, what you encounter there is 1 plus what? 2, which will give us what? 3. Are you with me? All over the denominator, which is what? 2. This is the best way of doing it. Then all over, I still have my 3 with me. Are you there? Then bracket. The same thing applicable here. It will give us 3 over what? 2. Close the word bracket. Then plus what? C. Now, I'm already gotten the answer. Are you with me? So what you do now, use this very particular 2 to multiply the numerator. I will now say 2 times this bracket will now give us what? 2, then open what? Bracket. So what do you have here? This is 4 plus what? 3x, all raised to power 3 over 2, then divided by, then the denominator is now 3 times 3. What is 3 times 3? That is 9. Then plus what? C. This is the shortcut method, and that is the final word answer. Now let's vividly go to the options. Now if you observe this, you find out that the correct answer there is option what? B. Are you with me now? So this is called a normal word, shortcut word method. Then in the aspect of what if it is not objective, it is theorem, then already the law is this. You use what we call using integration by what? Substitution method. Now I want you to observe something here critically. Using integration by what? Substitution what? Method. Are you with me? So what you are going to do, it has a basis, and we are going to look at the basis under it. I want to bring back the question. Is integral of square root 4 plus 3 what? X under what? Dx. Now you should know also, we're going to translate this square root to 1 over 2. So that by indices we have 4 plus what? 3x, all in brackets, raised to power 1 over 2 dx. Now, how do we reason it? What you should do is, first of all, know whether it can go by substitution what? Method. This is a linear function because the power of x inside the bracket is what? 1. And once you differentiate the base, x will what? Disappear. Now, let's go. The first thing you are going to do, watch, is to say let u be equal to the base. What is the base? 4 plus what? 3x. That's the first step. Now, our target now is to differentiate u with respect to what? X. You'll be given du all over what? Dx. This is now differentiation. How do we differentiate? This is a constant, is 0, throw it away. Then differentiate 3x. I've already done it before. It will give you what? 3. Call this over 1. What is our target is to make the x subject of the word formula. I will now cross over so that this now implies that the x times 3 will give us 3 what? Dx. Then equal to du times 1 will equally give us what? Du. So make the x subject of the formula. I will divide by the coefficient so that the x will now be du all over what? 3. Hope you're following. Can you see I've succeeded by making the x subject? We now move to the question. Integral of what? Well, observe this. This is 4 plus 3x. What is it? It is u. It is what? U. Then raised to the power of 1 over what? 2. Then next is what? Dx. My dx is already solved. The answer is what? Du all over what? 3. Can you see we can integrate it? But meanwhile, since 3 is at the denominator, I will factor it outside. Here is 1. The coefficient here is 1. It will become 1 all over what? 3. Are you there? Then integrate u raised to power half. How? Oh yeah, open the bracket. Repeat the question. The question is u raised to power 1 over 2. Then you add plus 1 to the power. Then after that, you now introduce what? Over. And repeat the power down to the denominator, which is 1 over 2 plus what? 1. After integrating it, du will disappear. The integral symbol will what? Disappears. So you now close the bracket and introduce plus c, which is called an arbitrary word constant. So why do we choose to put plus c? Is because this type of integration is called indefinite. It has no upper limit value. It has no lower what limit value. Well, then we go. So that this will now be 1 over 3. Are you with me? Then open the bracket. Just take the LCM of the power. Just directly say 2 times 1 is 2. So the numerator becomes 1 plus 2, which is 3 over what? The denominator, 2. I will now say u raised to power 3 over 2, then divided by the same thing will occur at the denominator. I'll write 3 over 2. Are you there? Close the bracket, then plus what? C. Now, what am I going to do? This very 2 will come to the numerator, so that in summary, we have 2 times 1 will give us 2. Are you there? Are you with me? Then bracket, substitute back the value of u. The value of u is what? 4 plus 3x. So u now will remove it and put 4 plus what? 3 what? X. Close the bracket. Then raise to the power of 3 all over 2. Are you with me? Then all over. What remains at the denominator is 3 times what? 3. And 3 times 3 is what? 9. Then plus what? C. Can you see that it has corresponds with the one that we solved before using shortcut? And that is the final word answer. In most cases, you can also say it or. Now watch. I'll write my 2 here. Now this power 2 at the numerator, it refers to square root. Refers to what? Square root, if you want to observe it like this too. Then this 2 means what? Square root. I will now write 4 plus what? 3x. Close the bracket. All to the power of what? 3. Are you there? Divided by the denominator, which is what? 9. Then plus what? C. This one also can serve. And that is the final word answer. Are you with me?